Alright guys, what's going on? This is a tag by joey19990, and it is a Sonic tag. Basically he asks, what do I feel about the direction Sonic's going, about Sonic, how do I feel about Sonic 4, and this is a good question, so anticipating answering it. Basically, like, Sonic for me, I knew Sonic right when he came out, whatever, 91, and, I was about 10 years old. I was a runner, still am a runner, distance runner. I love running, I love going fast, I love running fast. I've tried my whole life to run as a blur, and I will probably try that until the day I die. It's not going so well. But Sonic, Sonic was he was a good mascot. He came out, and I remember all the commercials on TV, and I always liked Sonic. I had one friend who had a Genesis. Every 20 friends had Nintendos. I grew up in like a computer. All our parents were in computers and stuff like that. Nobody really liked the Genesis. A lot of people in like my circle at least, they didn't have much good to say about the Genesis. They're pretty hardcore and narrow-minded with their Nintendo already. But then again, a lot of the best gamers I knew, or the gamers that I trusted the most, they had the Genesis. Not because they had the money to buy them, but because they liked the games on there. So, I did get to experience the Genesis. I played a lot of the older games. The first release games. I remember, like, Mutant League Football, or Cyber Football, or whatever. There's one football where it was like robots and stuff. It was really cool. But so Sonic to me, I like the Genesis growing up. I like Sonic. And one reason I liked Sonic was because of the games. I liked going fast on the screen. I liked trying to figure out, a one-way through the level that you could just fly through the level. It was really cool. Now, the Genesis, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again because it's true, the Genesis makes me nauseous. When I play the Genesis, sometimes I get very dizzy after just like a short, 20-30 minutes of playing it. I've gotten very lightheaded and dizzy playing Sonic before, and it's just weird. I don't know why that happens. It does never happen on any other video game, except for when I was playing actually a Sonic 3D Blast when it happened last. So, I don't know what that is, but well, I'm sure I know what it is, but I really don't care. I'm still gonna play the video games. So, but to me, those type of Sonic games were they were the best, because I liked the platform. I liked what they offered. I didn't like how if you got hit by something, you'd lose all your rings. But then again, I guess there's gotta be something, some cool thing that's kind of hard about it, Now, I did not like when Sonic went to those 3D games. The 3D games in Genesis were fine, but the Legends or whatever the 3D games were that started coming out, did not like them. I didn't like when Mega Man did it. Excuse me. Did not like when Mega Man did it. I got Mega Man Legends 2, but, will I play it? I don't think I'll play that again. When I played them when it first came out, I just remember thinking they were very bland, very just dull, boring games. Like they were just kind of half-assed made. Which at least Mega Man jumped right back out of that. Got their act together. They're doing it right. I only wish that 10, I wish those games had cart versions. If Nintendo made original cart versions of the games they're putting out, like 10, they could sell it for $40 to $50 and people would buy it in the original NES box. It could happen. Now, will that ever happen again? I don't know. But that would be pretty cool. Luckily there's people like Civec, who's a Battle Kid, so there are new games coming out for Nintendo if you like buying the new games and having those boxes and stuff. But but I guess when I early as February when I heard the news for Sonic 4, though, actually was kind of interested. I thought that's really cool. They're seeing Mega Man do it. They saw Mario do it. Mario has been doing it. Mario went 3D for a bit. People didn't care for it too much. I mean, excuse me, people loved it. I didn't care for it too much. Wait a second. I love Mario 64 and I love Mario Galaxy. Never mind. I love that stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm comparing it to something else. My childhood playing, Mario 3 or something. But, I think Mario was my favorite game that went 3D, but now you see it's back to platform again. And people are loving it. They're playing it up, and it's really cool. So I think, I think it's a good move that Sonic's doing that, or that Sega's doing that, bringing Sonic out and making him 3D again. They should keep doing that. They should stop making the 3D games with Sonic. I mean, unless there's good ones already that, I don't know. If you like those games, that's cool, but I'll never play them. I played one on the Xbox last winter at my cousin's house, and I couldn't even get to the first part. It was just some long intro story. I couldn't even get to the first part. I just wanted to plug it in and just start rolling around with Sonic, and I really couldn't do that. So I don't, I like the platform game, and I like the elements that it originally brought with it. And I think that will be very good for Sega. If I had the 360, I'd buy it, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's out on, right? The 360 network. Really haven't looked into it too much, but I'm sure I have a buddy who has a 360, and probably pick it up on his network or something. Have him bring it over here. Have him, he can hook up on my internet and then download a bunch of games and whatnot. And I'm sure I'll check that one out. But as for me, I was also going to show really fast. Let's see how much time I got here. Alright, I got enough time. Here's the 4 Sega games I've got. I've got Sonic the Hedgehog, or 4 Sonic games. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3D Blast, and Sonic Spinball. So, and I picked these all up at Goodwill. I really like Sonic the Hedgehog. I like Sonic 2. I don't remember playing Sonic 3 ever. Actually, when I got 3D Blast, I thought that might have been the third one for a second. I thought maybe this is the third one. It's 3D, But no, I was wrong. That's 3D Blast, and there's actually the third one. And I should have thought a little more because I know who Knuckles is, and I remember Knuckles. So I guess I briefly remember playing the game. I don't know, but I'll buy the Sonic games, and I really like playing them. I don't know. I remember playing it at my uncle's house down in Florida, and he had one. So I really did enjoy them, and I really would like to play the 4th one when it comes out, or at least check it out. There will probably be save states and all that kind of stuff, so it's not gonna, be like it was with the older carts for me. But I'm still looking forward to it, and I think it's an awesome move by Sega going in that direction. So hopefully we'll see a lot of other games going back 2D, and maybe one day we'll see them back on carts again. So that'd be cool. Alright, well, thanks for answering that question, Joey. Thanks for tagging me, and take care, guys.